Hello everyone, my name is Masito, and today I will deliver you a presentation about discourse analysis of language teachers and also conversation in language discourse. Well, first of all, as we know that discourse analysis is the study of language use within logic communication contexts, such as conversation, writing, or speeches. It focuses on how words and phrases are structured to create meaning within specific social and cultural contexts. In the context of language teaching, discourse analysis can be used to analyze how teachers and students interact, how language is used in teaching, and how communication structures affect language understanding and teaching. For language teachers, understanding discourse analysis is very important. It helps them understand how language is used in everyday contexts, identify language patterns used in the classroom, and facilitate more effective communication. For example, discourse analysis can help teachers understand how students structure sentences in conversations or writing and identify mistakes or areas that need improvement. Okay, now we come to the example of discourse analysis in the context of language teaching. Imagine a classroom where a teacher is conducting a speaking activity where students must describe their favorite movies. When the teacher said, "Can anyone tell me what your favorite movie is and why?" Student 1 may answer, "My favorite movie is The Lion King because it's really a nice movie and I love the animals." And then the teacher give the feedback, "Great! What is about The Lion King that you love the most? Is it the story or the characters or something else?" So in discourse analysis, the teachers has a role ask an open-ended question to encourage a more thoughtful and detailed response. The question is designed to guide the student to elaborate on their answer. And then when the student responds, the student provides a short, somewhat general answer, mentioning only animals and really nice movie, which doesn't show much depth. And then the teachers follow up. The teacher responds with a probing questions to encourage the student to expand and clarify the answer. The following up question helps the student improve their language use and gives them an opportunity to practice more descriptive language. So, what is the analysis? The analysis is about the language used. The teacher's initial question is simple and clear, but the follow-up is more complex, requiring the student to think critically about the movie and use specific language. And then interaction dynamics. The teacher facilitates the interactions by encouraging the students to go beyond a simple response. This shows how discourse analysis helps identify communication patterns and supports learning. And then we come to the cultural context. The teacher's approach shows an understanding of how to ask questions that are culturally appropriate for the student's level and background, promoting learning in a supportive environment. And then by using that discourse analysis, the teacher can identify the student's strengths and weaknesses in language use and adjust their teaching strategy accordingly. Okay, so now we come to the next topic. It's about discourse and conversation. So when we talk about discourse and conversations or conversation in discourse, that is about the concepts that related to the communication, but of course, they a little bit different in scope and approach. When we talk about discourse, it refers to communication in the form of written or spoken text that is broader and more structured. It can include various forms of communication, such as lectures, essays, new articles, or even social interaction in specific contexts. Discourse is often studied in linguistics to understand how language is used in different social, cultural, and political settings. And then examples of discourse, scientific article on climate change, or a president's speech on education policy, and also about a discussion in a forum about environmental sustainability. Now, when we talk about the conversation is a specific form of discourse that occurs in direct interaction between two or more people. It is usually spontaneous, informal, and has a more flexible structure compared to the more formal nature of discourse. Examples of conversation, and then a conversation between two friends about holiday plans, a chat between a customer and a cashier at the supermarket, and so on. So, key differences: discourse is broader and can include both written and spoken text in various forms. Conversation is a part of discourse that is interactive and usually spoken. More clearly will be present in this following video. Stay tuned.
Conversation in discourse analysis. In discourse analysis, conversation refers to the interactive process of spoken communication between individuals. Conversation is studied to understand how people use language to convey meaning, manage social relationships, and accomplish various communicative goals. Analyzing conversations involves looking at the structures, patterns, and functions of talk in everyday interactions. Here are key aspects of conversation in discourse analysis, enriched with examples. Turn-taking. Turn-taking is the mechanism by which speakers coordinate who talks when in a conversation. It involves managing the flow of speech so that participants can contribute without talking over each other. Example: in a dinner conversation, participants take turns speaking, often signaled by pauses, intonation patterns, or body language. For instance, one person might pause after making a point, and another person then takes the cue to start speaking. Adjacency pairs. Adjacency pairs are pairs of utterances that are functionally related and typically follow one another in conversation, such as question-answer, greeting-greeting, or request-acceptance. Example: Person A: how are you? Person B: I'm good, thanks. How about you? These paired exchanges help maintain the flow and coherence of the conversation. Repair mechanisms. Repair mechanisms are strategies used to address problems in speaking, hearing, or understanding during a conversation. Repairs can be initiated by the speaker, self-repair, or the listener, other repair. Example: Person A: I went to Paris last week. Last month. Person B: did you say Paris? That must have been amazing. Here, Person A corrects their own mistake, and Person B seeks clarification. Overlaps and interruptions. Overlaps occur when two speakers talk simultaneously, while interruptions are a type of overlap where one speaker cuts off another. These phenomena can indicate various social dynamics, such as enthusiasm, dominance, or disagreement. Example: Person A: I think we should. Person B: actually, I wanted to mention. Person B interrupts Person A, potentially signaling urgency or disagreement. Discourse markers. Discourse markers are words or phrases like, well, you know, so, and anyway, that help organize conversation, manage the flow of talk, and indicate transitions or shifts in topic. Example: Person A: well, I think we should start the meeting now. Person B: so, what's the first item on the agenda? Well, and so, help to structure the conversation and guide its progression. Conversational implicature. Conversational implicature refers to the implied meanings that arise from what is said, based on shared knowledge and context. It involves understanding beyond the literal meaning of words. Example: Person A: are you going to the party tonight? Person B: I have a lot of work to do. Person B's response implies that they might not attend the party without explicitly saying so. Politeness and face. Politeness strategies in conversation help manage social relationships by showing respect, maintaining harmony, and mitigating face-threatening acts. Face refers to a person's social identity and the need to be respected. Example: Person A: could you possibly help me with this task? Person B: of course, I'd be happy to help. Using could you possibly softens the request, making it more polite and considerate of Person B's face. Topic management. Topic management involves how speakers introduce, maintain, shift, and close topics in conversation. Effective topic management ensures coherence and relevance in interaction. Example: Person A: did you hear about the new project? Person B: yes, it sounds interesting. Speaking of projects, have you finished your report? Person B smoothly shifts the topic while maintaining relevance. Conversation analysis, CA. Conversation analysis is a method within discourse analysis that focuses on the detailed examination of the structure and patterns of conversation. CA looks at how conversational norms and practices are enacted and maintained. Example: CA might analyze a phone call between customer service and a client, examining how the service representative uses scripted language to guide the interaction and how the client responds, revealing underlying conversational structures. Sociolinguistic variation. Conversation can vary according to social factors like age, gender, ethnicity, and social class. These variations reflect and construct social identities and relationships. Example: teenagers might use slang and informal language to create a sense of group identity, while a formal business meeting might involve more professional and structured language use. Power dynamics. Conversation often reflects and negotiates power dynamics. How individuals take turns, interrupt, and use politeness strategies can indicate and influence power relations. Example: in a workplace setting, a manager might dominate the conversation, setting the agenda and making decisions, while employees may use deferential language and fewer interruptions. Multimodal interaction. Conversations often involve multimodal elements such as gestures, facial expressions, and body language, which complement and enhance verbal communication. Example: during a face-to-face conversation, a speaker might use hand gestures to emphasize points, nod to indicate agreement, or maintain eye contact to show attentiveness. These nonverbal cues work together with spoken language to convey meaning. Conclusion. In discourse analysis, conversation is a rich and complex area of study that examines how people use language in interactive, real-time communication. By analyzing conversations, researchers can uncover the structures, patterns, and social functions of spoken language, providing insights into how meaning is constructed, social relationships are managed, and power dynamics are navigated in everyday interactions. This analysis reveals the subtle and intricate ways in which language operates in human communication. Frequently asked questions. What is turn-taking in conversation? Turn-taking is the mechanism by which speakers coordinate who talks when in a conversation, ensuring participants can contribute without overlapping each other. What are adjacency pairs? Adjacency pairs are pairs of functionally related utterances that typically follow one another in conversation, such as question-answer or greeting-greeting. What are repair mechanisms in conversation? Repair mechanisms are strategies used to address problems in speaking, hearing, or understanding during a conversation. Repairs can be initiated by the speaker, self-repair, or the listener, other repair. What do overlaps and interruptions indicate in conversation? Overlaps occur when two speakers talk simultaneously, while interruptions involve one speaker cutting off another. These can indicate enthusiasm, dominance, or disagreement. What are discourse markers? Discourse markers are words or phrases like, well, you know, so, and anyway, that help organize conversation, manage the flow of talk, and indicate transitions or topic shifts. What is conversational implicature? Conversational implicature refers to the implied meanings that arise from what is said, based on shared knowledge and context, going beyond the literal meaning of words. How do politeness strategies and face work in conversation? Politeness strategies manage social relationships by showing respect and maintaining harmony. Face refers to a person's social identity and need for respect. What is topic management in conversation? Topic management involves how speakers introduce, maintain, shift, and close topics in conversation to ensure coherence and relevance. What is conversation analysis, CA? Conversation analysis is a method within discourse analysis focusing on the detailed examination of the structure and patterns of conversation, revealing underlying conversational norms and practices. How does sociolinguistic variation affect conversation? Sociolinguistic variation refers to differences in conversation according to social factors like age, gender, ethnicity, and social class, reflecting and constructing social identities and relationships. How do power dynamics manifest in conversation? Power dynamics in conversation are indicated by how individuals take turns, interrupt, and use politeness strategies, reflecting and negotiating power relations. What is multimodal interaction in conversation? Multimodal interaction involves using gestures, facial expressions, and body language alongside spoken language to complement and enhance verbal communication.
Okay, so that is about my presentation for today. Thank you very much for listening and watching. See you and goodbye.